What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Jump. Today I want to talk about compromised people in the black community. Many times those people are educated, very bright, liberal, often in IR relationships and all of those things, whether they're on the left or the right, because it happens also on the right. Those people who are on the right, like Candace Owens, they're more upfront with what they're trying to say. They make it just blatantly clear. But with Van Jones, it's not so clear. You have to really listen to what he says to understand that he's very compromised. More so than even Roland Martin. And Roland Martin is keen compromise. But I want to get back to Van Jones because Van Jones is a very intelligent man. He went to Yale Law School. He's a political commentator. He's been in all sorts of activism and things like that. Worked for the Obama administration. But Van Jones released this emotional crybaby statement when Joe Biden won the U.S. election for the president-elect, which he will start in 2021. And he had something to say. I think he was on and he said that, remember, he had this same kind of breakdown 2016 when Trump won. But he said this. Well, sad music. Well, it's easier to be a parent this morning. It's easier to be a dad this morning. It's easier to tell your kids character matters. Being a good person matters. And it's easier for a whole lot of people. If you're Muslim in this country, you don't have to worry that the president doesn't want you here. If you're an immigrant, you don't have to worry that the president's happy your baby has been snatched away or send dreamers back for no reason. This is vindication for a lot of people who have really suffered. I can't breathe. That was just not George Floyd. There are a lot of people who felt they couldn't breathe. I just want my sons to look at this. Keep the sad music going. Please add some farting sounds, Dima. It's easy to do the cheap way and get away with this stuff, but it comes right around. It comes back around, and it's a good thing for this country. I'm so sorry for the people who lost. For them, it's not a good day, but for a whole lot of people, it's a good day. Then you have LeBron James, the idiot, who agrees with being a good person matters. And I want to get back to a lot of compromised language. And I want people to understand that just because you're black doesn't mean that you're for the black community. Because Van Jones is not for the black community. Van Jones is African American. He showed you he is not for the black community because he was in an IRR or marriage. People don't believe when I say that, but I'm going to prove it in his case. He's compromised. And the reason why I said it's easier to be a dad this morning, why character matters, that's bullshit. But if you are a Muslim in this country, you don't have to worry about if the president doesn't want you here. If you're an immigrant, you don't have to worry if the president is happy your baby has been snatched away or send dreamers back for no reason. Let's deal with that. The Muslim situation, I can't really talk about that. Because if you're a Muslim in this country, you could be Nation of Islam, you could be Sunni, you could be Sikh, you could be American citizen and be a Muslim. So that I won't talk about. But what he wants to talk about is if you're an immigrant, you don't have to worry if the president's happy your baby has been snatched away or send dreamers back for no reason. Well, see, Van Jones, see, you're trying to push some narratives here that are not clarified. Being emotional and just putting out things that don't make any sense. Because if you're an immigrant and you're legal, then the president doesn't have any problem with you being in America. Because there's certain visas that would allow a person to be a legal immigrant in America. That's why there is a process that you go through with the U.S. Embassy. There is the green card process. There is the H-1 visa process. We're not talking about illegal immigrants or legal immigrants. But see, what Van Jones is hinting at is illegal immigrants. And understand why he's such a snake here. See, Van Jones wants it to be okay for immigrants that are illegal in America to come to America, and if they have children here and if it's illegal, not to be sent back or send dreamers back for no reason. If a person is illegal anywhere in any country, even in Uganda, I'm here now. If I'm here illegal, well, can I say that, you know what? I'm a dreamer. My ancestors were born here. You know what? Don't ruin my African dream. I deserve to be here. You're sending me back for no reason. If I get deported, it's because I'm an illegal immigrant. But see, Van Jones believes that if you're illegal in the country, you shouldn't be sent back for no reason. And see, let me kind of tie this back to the black community. Who would then be affected by that the most? Because if a person is illegal and it is allowed to stay and then become legal, what groups of people would lose? Well, the people that are close towards the bottom, like African Americans, correct? Now, if the president is saying that we don't want people who are illegal in America to become legal, they should go back to where they're from, that's just the law. Americans cannot go to other countries and say, you know what? I'm a dreamer. We want to have children in your country and be legalized. You can't do that in China. You can't do that in a lot of parts of the world. But see, in America, he wants that to be able to happen. And the reason why he wants that is because the more immigrants that become legal, they can be Democratic, right? The Democratic Party will likely win their support. So your baby doesn't have to be snatched away. The problem is then why is that an American issue? Because the thing about it is this: other countries will not allow Americans to come over and just have babies over in their country. Why? Because it imposes on their taxes and imposes on their resources for their own citizens. But Van Jones wants that to be able to happen. He wants taxpayers to be able to pay their money for immigrants who are not legal, but to be able to stay there. And then all of a sudden, the president is a bad person if he allows that. And then let's talk about the whole ADOS situation. Now, ADOS is kind of, hinted at other blacks separating, but the ADOS situation, from what I've watched, is really big on immigration from all courses of the country. It puts more competition on African Americans who feel that, hey, we've been in the country doing our just due. Why are we being replaced by other groups of people who we have fought for rights and they haven't done anything and they have no respect for us? But yet, Van Jones talks about he can't breathe. It's not just like George Floyd, right? Okay, let's deal with George Floyd. George Floyd this happened to him in Minnesota. Okay. Minnesota is a Democratic state. Minneapolis is a Democratic city. Didn't happen in the a city that the right runs, like Salt Lake City or Boise. No, it happened under the Democratic control. So if you feel like you can't breathe, like George Floyd, well then let me ask you this, Mr. Van Jones. If being a good person matters, like Joe Biden, if being a good person matters since, the country's been under all of the stress, then 2008, 2016, how do you explain, all of these issues that blacks had with, Trayvon Martin, that happened under Obama's regime? Mike Brown happened under, racial tensions were at its highest under Obama. If being a good person matters is a good deal, then talk about Mr. Joe Biden, who says, I don't care how criminals get there, they need to be off the streets. When, blacks have had all types of situations that hold them back and keep them out of opportunities, but if they become criminals, Mr. Biden doesn't care. Who's a good person? See, all of this is liberal snuffleupagus stuff that comes with no logic. It comes misspoken, out of context, and it shows the true character of Van Jones. What Van Jones wants is a president that increases the Democratic Party. He's more loyal to the party than he's loyal to the race. Because he's compromised. He doesn't mind selling out his own people for others. And I'm telling you about most immigrants that come to the United States, they don't sell their own people out. That's why when you look at Polish communities, Hispanic communities, Hungarian communities, Russian communities, they have more sense of community. Like when you look out for the immigrant communities, I'm sure they're appreciated, but it's not like African Americans can go to their country and do the same thing. They will never let you do that. And so we have no reciprocity. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I really appreciate you for all that you do. Go to the first comment pinned to the top. You will find all my information there. You will find the first comment pinned to the top, brothers. You will find that. And check out that also. You will see the Black Men Are Perfect t-shirts. And guys, thank you for support. And as you know, the buffoonery remains at an all-time high. I'm out.